Lel said this guy has stride length and he catches guys. Both have talent. This is a good slot. He's going to make some plays and be like.
It's preseason game 1 on the other side.
And then they also got Greg Van Rote.
Season 100 of Giant football.
Into the standard in terms of the physical. Do that. Also communicate with special teams, defense, the offensive side of the ball. Have very comfortable with the staff we have on the offensive side. So it'll be a good process to work through.
Head coach Brian Dable, thanks so much for the time. Send it back to Bob.
Brian Dable in his 3rd year as head coach of the New York Giants. So let's check in on the sideline with Howard Cross. Howard, what do you think about Coach Dable and calling the plays?
Hey, you know what? Coach Dable looks good, man. He's lost a lot of weight. He's doing a new workout. He's got a different diet. He's having a good time. He's changed a lot about himself. But the thing he's going to change is going to be most important this year is calling plays. He's going to be able to, get the plays in faster. He'll be able to change plays on his call, not having to, echo through somebody else. I like it a lot, and I think the quarterback and the relationship he has with him is going to change tremendously.
As the Lions are going to kick it off, and again, the ball must get to the 20. Nobody can move. Tyrone Tracy and Gunnar Olszewski are back, or Isaiah McKenzie are back deep for the Giants. Jake Betts to kick it off for the Lions.
Bob, I got all that on the kick. It's down. Send it an email for me.
Well, we had a little Zoom with Mike Pereira earlier to kind of talk through the rules. Here's Betts. Pooches it. Nobody can move. Now freeze and unfreeze as McKenzie takes it out to the 20. Isaiah McKenzie out to the 34-yard line. There is a flag on the play. And did somebody move before the ball was touched? Our referee is Alex Kemp.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 18. It's a 10-yard penalty. Giants ball, first down.
Isaiah Hodgins, who's battling for a roster spot, gets called for the penalty. Drew Lock will get the start for the New York Giants. Drew Lock, in his 5th year out of Missouri, signed as a free agent, former 2nd-round draft pick of the Denver Broncos. Last year with Seattle, appeared in 4 games, started 2, finished with a 1-1 record. We'll set the Giant offensive line for you. All the starters are not playing. Joshua Mills starts at left tackle. Lock with time. Nobody open. And Locke will run it out of bounds at about 25-yard line as we check out the starting offense, brought to you by Starter, proud partner. Jalen Mayfield at the right guard spot and Josh Azudu at right tackle. Tracy in a one-back set. And pass knocked down by the middle linebacker. Pass intended for Isaiah McKenzie.
I think the big thing, Bob, preseason football, we had a chance to talk this morning. Good coverage down the field. Drew on offense, very few plays, 30 on the script. So it's about execution for the quarterbacks and the players.
Locke dumps it underneath Jalen Hyatt. And Jalen Hyatt's going to get run out of bounds and not enough for a first down. So the Giants will have to punt the football away. Hyatt and Malik Neighbors are expected to get several snaps here in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, and Jalen Hyatt is a guy that they see growth in, Bob. He now knows where to line up, and it's a complex system for these wide receivers because they have to know every position.
Jamie Gillen, who was overworked last year, had 95 punts, averaged 48 a pop, a net of 42.3. Clean snap, Maurice Alexander fields it at the 31, muffs it, ball's loose, scramble for it, and the Lions are able to fall on it at the 20-yard line. Drew Phillips gave it a chase, but Stephen Gilmore saved the possession for Detroit. Looks like it might be a hold against the return team.
Holding, receiving team number 24. It's half the distance to the goal line, first down Detroit.
Sloppy, little nerves going for the players on the field, always in the stadium for the first time after a couple weeks of practice at your facilities, and to see the defenses and everything out there different, and it does make you nervous.
Nate Sudfeld, the quarterback. originally drafted by Washington. And let's take a look at tonight's starting defense, brought to you by your local Ford stores. One engine drives this team. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com. Ford, official truck of the Giants. Boogie Brasham, Jordan Riley, Ryder Anderson. A little bit too many blown assignments in the practices against the Lions this week.
Yeah, and he said that anyone hasn't stepped forward as those backup guys on the interior. But Ryder Anderson had a really good first play there.
Sudfeld gets chased down and brought down as the Giants pursued Deontay Johnson on the play.
Good coverage down the field that time. You could see all three receivers when they're down there. Nobody. Good coverage by the Giants.
3rd and 8 as Sudfeld works from a shotgun set. Little quick hitch off to his right. That's Antoine Green, and he gets stymied at the 15-yard line. For a minimal gain, Deonte Banks, first-round draft pick from last.
And he's physical, so he can play both phases of the game. He's just not a cover corner.
Yeah, he is big, Carl. When I saw him in practice and looked at him, I was pretty close to him. He's over 6 foot tall, over 200 pounds. Pretty big for a corner.
That lower torso.
Fox with the punt. Oshesky ranges back to his own 25-yard line. Gunner with not a lot of room to run and picks up about a yard after a 60-yard punt. Notice the play sheet this morning. They said I only got about 30 plays on here.
Yeah, that's right.
Just want the guys to execute. Neighbors is lined up tight to the bottom of your screen on this 1st and 10 for the Giants as Locke remains in at quarterback with Tracy the tailback. Tracy works his way off the right side and powers his way for 6. Tracy, the 5th-round draft pick out of Purdue.
6-year guy in college. How about this? His first 4 years, he was a wide receiver at Iowa, and the last 2 years, a running back at Purdue. So a big guy, can catch the football, runs it hard. And I think a big thing, too, 3rd down passing when it's, it's going to be a pass. He's big enough to be a blocker in the backfield for you.
2nd and 5. Tracy again picks up a couple on the play. Well, one of the storylines coming into the season is the Giants' offensive line, and they brought in Carmen Brasillo as the new offensive line coach. The offensive line coach for the Raiders in each of the last 2 years spent time with the Patriots and certainly has brought a cohesion. This group has certainly looked better, at least in the first part of camp, and even in these practices this week against the Lions.
Yeah, they're a well-connected group now.
3rd down, Locke under pressure. Locke's going to get sacked from behind. Nobody was open, and Isaac Ukwu, a rookie out of Ole Miss, an undrafted free agent, gets the sack. Well, stepping up as opposed to drifting to the right as he did.
Well, the one thing I've noticed in practice, he drifts to the right anytime they're not open, and most quarterbacks do. So I didn't really see. He did the right thing. Just know that it takes so long.
Alexander got walloped. The Giants recovered, but they're saying he was down by contact. Miles Boykin came in with the hit.